Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the voice of FX Adventure and I'm reaching you guys all the way from West Africa, Nigeria to be precise. And right about now, we are about to open up the live streaming section for today and just pretty much getting the environment ready for that. And I would like you guys to give me a couple of minutes. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. This is the voice of FX Adventure, and welcome you guys back again on our awesome time we spend here looking at the price. And obviously, you can see on your screen that everything we do here is Forex trading. We pretty much look at price, analyze, and see opportunities we see right there in price that we can trade. So yeah, that's basically what we do here. And part of what we'll be looking at today is we'll be looking at the major pairs we have on in Forex. Basically, I'll make mention of them. That is Euro USD, British Pound USD, Aussie Dollar USD, New Zealand Dollar USD, and etc. In the sense that we also look at gold and all whatnot. Okay, so if you're just joining live or maybe you're joining for the first time, we do this every day from Monday to Friday, every weekday. And while we do that, we also have opportunities to execute trades live here. So it's not all about us coming here to analyze and look at price. We also execute on price that we deem to be okay for us to trade on. Okay, so I'm going to share some of these links to the live stream on my Discord channel. I actually have a Discord channel for anyone that would want to join. So if you're looking at the screen right about now, you will obviously see that we have an interesting drawing here. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm just waking up. Okay, not long I woke up, but yeah, I decided to come live immediately because it's I made a promise to myself that going forward will be more consistent on doing our live stream. So we'll take our time to do it. Basically, usually we aim for morning sections. we kickstarted around at least 6:30, but I don't come live immediately 6:30. Sometimes I start the live stream around 7 or towards that time. And for the guys that are joining, and that's why I'm saying, if you don't want to miss out on the contents we do here, what you can do is pretty much subscribe and turn on the notifications, so whenever the live stream is going live, you will always um, get the notification to join. And yeah, that's basically it. This is a beautiful Monday morning, and I would like to kick off with the our usual, which is basically which is basically I would want to know how you guys weekend went. Hope you guys did have a wonderful weekend. For me, I am for myself. I did had a wonderful weekend. Just that my team failed to win again this weekend. Apart from that, my weekend was awesome. So right there on the chart, you see the drawing there. That was our call on Oxy dollar USD. That was our call on Friday, and you see how that pretty much was a very good, interesting position that we made the call. And news also came on that Friday, which is literally that big green candle you see there. So that was what happened on Friday. For the guys that joined the live stream on Friday, they would remember this call, and pretty much they would bear witness that it was an interesting one. All right. So while we say that, I also like to point out that we this channel is basically centered on knowledge sharing, building up community of like minds, of people that want to that are interested in trading content. And also, part of the reason why we also built this channel is to build a community of um, uh, traders, or people that wants to be into financial market as a whole. So yeah, but I believe a lot that if it's something you really want to do, you would see the value for it. But if it's not something you want to do, I hope you just like it. Okay, so I purposely actually is taking time before I head into the chat, but I think I'm the only one here, so I might as well just do my thing. And whoever joins live joins. If I don't see anybody live, it's still fine and good. Um, so I'll kick off by starting with Euro USD, and we can now trickle that down to um, other things to look out for. So without wasting further time, let's head on to Euro USD. I'll delete all the drawings here. We'll zoom out to get a holistic view of what's going on. Okay, now let's zoom in and look out for our interesting positions that we think price would want to go to. So basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try out and draw out some important price levels that I think let's tend to right. Okay. So important price levels that I think we need to look out for basically. So that's what I'm going to do now. Well, these are the only two things I can see here for now is this. Although, if I take out time to maybe draw out the part, maybe I can see. But generally speaking, I can see the market is still in a bullish structure. Although we can arguably say that we have some internal structural breakdown that is currently on a downtrend on the internal structure. But generally, the outlook or the general trend for me, at least based on what I see there, is looking like is looking bullish. Okay, and aligning myself to that, I think that's what I will do until price proves otherwise. Okay, I just figured out that I made this private. Can you imagine? Okay, that was public. I just figured out my live stream was in private. I was wondering why I weren't seeing any says it's private. Okay, try again. Yeah, I've started getting complaints on my Discord that my live stream was private. I didn't know, and I have already done 14 minutes into it, and I was pretty much on the private. Okay, but it's now public. I think people should be able to see to join now. But yeah, that's by the way. Let's continue what mm, how we are doing. Okay, so we've already talked about the Friday trade and how it went. Apologies for the guys that experienced issues joining. I didn't know it was in my the settings was in private, but I've adjusted that. Um, so if you are just joining us, well, it's obvious that you already know what we are here for, because looking at your screen already, I believe you know. And for the fact that you clicked on the thumbnail means you already know what you expect. But just in case you don't know, everything we do here is Forex, financial market, technical analysis centric, and yeah, that's basically it for that. Okay, so this is what I anticipate on Euro USD. Not like there is any decision yet, but looking at what I'm seeing here, what I'll most likely predict here right now is, although there's no bottom wick here, but if we have price um, go into this area here, I would want to see what price will do at that level. Okay, I want to see what price will do at that level around that the rectangular line we see there, most especially that middle point, that point that we see that is dashed with the dashed line. I would want to see what price will do there. Highly would want to see what price will do there. Another thing we can do is maybe we can also see what price does around here. We can speculate that price. So if we expect price to trade into this zone at that top, our expectation will be a price to give a pullback. Then maybe we can trade it going into this area here. Okay, or we can generally leave the price alone and allow it to trade into it, and then we'll see what happens there. But for me, what you can do is either you trade a buy into that zone, take your TP around there, then wait for what price does to either short it or still continue buying, depending on what price wants to do. That's my take on this one. I want to also check one more thing before I head over to other major pairs. Okay, so I believe this is still it. Right, and if I pull this guy out, mm-hmm. So I think the best thing is we'll just wait, allow price to trade up, then we'll see how it reacts. um this week I'll be taking more of my time. I don't want to be rushing things. I'll be taking more of my time in entering trades and all whatnot. So like I said, let's see what price does coming into that area. Okay, or we can even take more time by uh allowing price to maybe trade up, trade down, give us a clear direction of what they want to do. Then we can now trade whatever pullback they want to do. All right, which is most likely maybe something around there to get a continuation. So for me, I'll be hoping to trade on continuation rather than trading the first move or the first wave. All right, so I'll take more time. But with that said, in case if you're wondering or you are eager to take a trade, what I would recommend is you can trade the buy that is happening right now, maybe into this area here. Okay, then we'll wait for that rejection if there is. But if there is none, we'll also see that because price will eventually show us that with time. Okay, so but what I wouldn't want to do is be eager or you start jumping on the trade. Maybe um you know maybe you FOMO into the market, which is what I wouldn't want to do. So that's why I said I'll take my time, a lot of my time, to come up with the decision I want to make. So I've already given you guys the most probable moves that price can do now. So based on those moves, we would now decide on what best option we should take in those moves that we are speculating. Okay, so for now we'll need more price development here, but I think where price is now, if we are trading the internal structure, I think where price is now looks pretty okay for us to buy into that zone. So what we can do, just like I normally do for other trade that I did on Friday, what we can do, we can, if we are so eager to take this trade, we can open it with a very small amount, okay, maybe $1, $2, and just see what happens. So let me know what you think you'd want us to do. Do you want us to take it with a little amount? Hello, Pakistan. Good morning to you too, and good morning to anybody that is joining. It's good to see you. I hope you guys did had a wonderful evening. For me, I did. The only issue is that my team did not win. Manchester United did not win. But that, by the way, they are going through. All right. Why Buffett thinks we should take that trade and see how it goes. Okay, that's fair. All right, I like that. If any other person thinks otherwise, feel free to let me know. All right, but I think it's a good trade, so let's take it then. So I'll just open my XNS. You can see how the buys are, pulling in small, gradually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to risk. Come in, let me log in. I hope you guys are not seeing my login details. Voila. I would like to hide the screen. I think maybe it's late now, but give me a minute, please. I don't want to give away my login details. Let me be sure I'm doing the right thing. Okay, I'm logged in already, so there is no need. So I'm going to unblock you guys again. Sorry about that. Just being careful. Okay, so we have less than a minute. I think once this candle closes, we have a complete candle close there. So what we can do, maybe we can anticipate this. Let's see if this is going to work out. Let's see if this is going to work out. So I would like to get a pullback in order to get something juicy out of it. If I don't have a pullback, we'll leave it alone. I would like to have a pullback. If we don't get the pullback, it's still okay. It's not a must. Look at that candle. No top wick, no bottom wick. That's what we call engulfing candle. That's very engulfy in nature. You know the drill already. I'm just marking out the slippage. I don't want slippage to get us um not to get our entry. So even with this move, before price gets up to that level, we'll be seeing a substantial amount. Okay, so I think this is fair. Get a pullback in that zone, we'll buy, and that's it. So I'm going to take this trade. Stop loss in pips is about 6.1. pips, like 6.1. So obviously your stop loss will be the last swing there. You can take it from the last swing, but from what I'm calculating, it's not almost at the last swing, but yeah, it's almost at the last swing. So you can do last swing. I don't know. So your entry points, obviously, it's slightly above the EMA, 21 EMA. I can paste the price for you here, but I noticed something, and this was from YB first complaint over. That was on Friday. I think you said your trade on Aussie dollar got closed, and I think the reason why is because of some price difference in in the price we see here on TradingView and maybe the price we see on XNS chart. So what I would recommend is I'll leave the decision for you guys, especially for the guys that pretty much wants to copy some of the trades I do here. So what I would recommend is instead of copying the exact price here, what you can do is would uh you'd have to set your order based on the um position rather than the price. So what do I mean? If you want to take this trade now, you already know that on the 15 minutes time frame, you obviously be seeing this move here in your XNS, okay? So since you are seeing that move, which is the candle, you just have to mark what candle you are seeing and mark where you should place it and where you should place the stop loss on your XNS. That way, you get the matching price for that. So for me, like I said, if we get a pullback into this zone, what I would recommend is we should expect a buy, just an expectation. So if you want to place this order now on your XNS, what you can do is you already know that the entry price overlays with maybe the top of this red candle. So you know that okay, I'm going to place my entry maybe at the top of this red candle. Then my stop loss is most likely going to be this swing low here, or maybe slightly inside of it based on what we see here. So with that, you can do your you can manage your order, you know, by just looking at the chart, instead of now doing like copying the price and all. But if copying the price works for you guys, we can still stick to that. All right, that still works. We can still stick to that. But I just think that the only way to limit that, reduce that, okay, you like to copy the price. All right then. So we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that approach then. I'm just going through you guys' chat though. Just looking at you guys' chat, I can see. I think Bakason is holding on the goal. That's good. That's good. That's good. So, mm-hmm. So this is what I'm expecting. We are still expecting the pullback. If we see the pullback, we'll still leave it. If any pullback comes in, we'll still take it. But if price starts to expand so much, I think we might just leave it alone. Okay. But for now, let's see how this is going to play out. I'm going to add maybe an alert here, so I'll get an alarm if price crosses that level, and I'll be placing my order. Let me just do that now. But yeah, when Ibife said she would want to be seeing the price, and remember, I'm here for the community. So if the community says that they want to see the price, who am I to argue? I have no option but to show them the price. I'm going to copy this and I'll just mark out just how we normally do it. So I'll call this the possible probable entry. I don't know if I spelled that right, but if I don't spell it right, forgive me. And then stop loss obviously would be that low there, so you can get that out. But I don't think this guy is going to give that pullback anymore because the market is already flying. We have an engulfing candle just closed, and you see the follow-up candle is quite healthy. But never say never. Never say never. We have news coming up around 9 o'clock. Some Euro news coming up around 9 o'clock. Another thing I'll be doing in today's live stream, I thought about it over the weekend. That was after our trade on Friday. I think it's important that we mark out um news we have for the week. All right. I think I have some plans around that. We'll just mark out the news we have for the week, and plan towards them or plan with them. So there you have it. But if price starts to break above there, if price starts to reach that our TP or starts to break above there, this entry is no longer valid. So what I can say is you can decide to put your pending order now, but once price takes that high, you can delete it, or you can wait uh, before placing your pending order. I have an alert here, which if price crosses it, I'll be notified on that. So once I get the notification, then we can now um, place the order together. So that's another option we can do, and I'll be going with that option because that's the essence of adding that price a lot there. Okay, so that's that for Euro USD. Mind you, everything we are doing is on the 15-minute time frame. So if you want to follow us uh, on that, feel free, but know that you have to calibrate your chart to 15-minute time frame. Okay, let's head over to British Pound USD just to have a look, and I'm sure it's going to be quite similar to this. Is also our trade on British Pound USD on Friday. Although it was quite unfortunate, in as much as I was in this trade, I did not get the full juice. Okay, an example is on British Pound USD. I was in a trade on this on Friday. If you would want to see it, you can go watch the live streaming we have for on Friday. We had a trade here, and I ended up closing that trade early and took another trade on Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar trade stopped me out on break even before the news, and also you can see this guy was also a very good trade that pretty much took place on Friday, and you can see the follow up today. We can still see some buys still in the market. So yeah, this is a Friday, so we'll just let that be. Let bygone be bygone. We don't have to, cry over that. So I'm going to remove the unnecessary drawings we have here, or maybe let me even delete everything, so I'll have a clean chart. So but we'll be focusing on what price is now doing now. On British pound USD, its own story is quite different. It's quite different, slightly different, but still generally still aligned with the general outlook. So one thing that's capturing my attention is what price did here. Okay, it's capturing my attention, and I can see price is buying into that range, although nothing to make out of it. But if I'm to do something here, I'll be hoping for price to reject from there, hopefully. But yeah, if you consider the sleep page, then we're looking at something like this. I'll leave it at 1.2. We'll align it to that level there. And then we'll also get the stop loss part of things. British pound USD is not entirely the same based on the price setup, but they are quite similar, but it's not entirely the same. Um, let's see. Okay, this here. Keep this one here. Then of course our TP will be all the way here. Okay, and I'll draw out another one there. So just quite similar to what we have on Euro USD. Remember I said that there is need for price to trade up into that area, and we'll see how price behaves at that point, if we are going to get a rejection from there. But the only issue I have is the green candles that you can see price is using to trade into that zone is looking very healthy and very big and with high volume. So that's the only issue I have there. So what I would recommend is we might have to exercise some patience instead of attacking the market on the onset. Although the right thing I would have wanted to do is, you place, you know what? Okay, 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 okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. There's no need to rush, right? There's no need to rush at all. There's no need to rush. We'll take our time. We'll wait. Just want to. Okay, yeah. I just want to see that rectangular line, and okay, that's all I wanted to see. Okay, so let me get the price levels. First of all, the stop loss in pips is like 11.9. I'll draw that out. Two. 11.9. So now you can see we are pretty much coming up with a lot of um, entry bias. Now all we need to do is, after coming up with them, we need to find out which one is best suitable to take. And like you always know that I normally say it here, if you are enjoying the content, the only thing you can do for the team and for us, that is, bringing out our time to spend here, is to help us like the video and share to anyone that you feel will benefit from this content. And if you don't want to miss out on things like this, because like I said, we do this every weekday, that's from Monday to Fridays. From Monday to Fridays. So what you can do is you can subscribe, turn on the notification. That is if you've not subscribed. It's extremely important you do that if you've not subscribed, because that's the only way you can get notifications when we kick off on things like this. So I think yeah, that's that about that. So this is my take on British pound USD. 20 divided by, let's say, 10. Okay, so that's about 22222. Okay, so let's see what we can do here on British pound. I'm going to take this trade on British pound. Mm, I'm going to risk $2 on it, just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. I'm sizing down because I intend to take multiples of trade. So the best bet for me is to size down. The best bet is for me to size down. I think this British pound move will reach this possible entry for sure. For sure, it's going to. All right, let's head to the charts. Let me go to British pound. So this is XNS. I believe you. Oh, XNS. Look, British pound is actually in a bullish position. So taking a short is actually it's actually a deadly game to play. And what do I mean that that British pound is in a bullish um, place? Just looking at the EMA, you can see we're in a bullish phase, but even in a bullish market, we can still see that there are levels of pullback. So maybe we'll fall into the category of the pullback. But for me, I'm taking this trade, so I'm going to copy my entry. Okay, go for a sell, pending sell. I'll put the price. I'll come here. I'll come here. Copy this. Put the stop loss there. As you can see now, I have everything in place. They are saying that my stop loss will cost me 3. I don't want that, so I just have to reduce my lot size. I reduce it to 0.02, and you can see it's going to cost me, I'll use the last one, which is about So I'm risking like $1 on this trade, so nothing so serious there. Let's see how you can see I don't think this is a rejection, but you can see it's selling off from there. But would have been nice to see price tap into that, but we'll leave our entry there. That's the only place we want to enter from. If price doesn't come to that point, it's okay, we'll leave it alone. On this other side, on this other side um, price has not yet traded up into our TP. So on Euro USD, if price should trade down into that zone, I would want to buy. So maybe I can place another buy order on Euro USD. I'll place a pending buy on Euro USD. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm going on a rampage on this one. Hello guys, Ferrari, good morning. Welcome on board. No, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. We are still trying to find our way around. Still trying to find our way around. Our British pound did not even want to come up into our entries, just started selling off. Well, let's see. Nothing is lost yet. So I would want to take this buy entry here. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to take this buy entry on euro. I would wait. I would wait to see. Okay, okay, fine. I know what to do. Let me look at DXY. Remember, DXY is our determinant factor. DXY is our determinant factor. Okay, I like what I see. We have this up, down, didn't do anything, so we failed until the next move. So that guy is not valid. We have this here, we have this here. On the internal structure, we have this here, which is quite similar, looking exactly like what Euro USD did. Okay, so we can anticipate to pull back into that zone, maybe something to get us back around there. That's what I would recommend on that one. So this buy is actually valid if we want to take that buy, but the only thing there is that you need price to trade down on that to happen. On the other hand, British pound is doing something else. So on second thought, oh, okay. Could this be the actual? Maybe this will that. This is the actual thing. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I see. I see it now. I see it now. I'm going. I'm going to do something now. Um. Let's see from here. Yeah, I see. I see. I see. I'm seeing something now. Okay. So what if this entry we are looking for here What if the price have already played it here? This is where I'm suspecting price have already done it, because the move we expected basically was here. Immediately it broke that neckline. That was their pullback and that's their sell-off. So if I'm considering to see another pullback sell-off from there, that might be us asking for a lot from price. I don't know if you get what I mean. So look at this. First of all, if you see the W I'm talking about here, up, down, up, immediately they broke the middle there. That's your pullback. That's the sell-off, right? So if we are still expecting price to still come here to do the same thing, then I think that is us asking for a lot. Thank God I spotted this out. So that pending order we have on British pound, I think I would want to close it. So you see that move there, that part, see that part here. So let me move. That's the part we draw from there. Market traded up, dropped the high, traded down, traded up, dropped another high. The one that came down took out that midpoint. All right, remember that midpoint there. Immediately took it out. That was your pullback, and that is your sell-off. So I think price has already done that move, and considering that price is in the bullish side of things, I would recommend you close that pending order we just added now. So I'm going to close mine. So if you did the same thing with me, I recommend you close it. And thank God I spotted it out, because they might not want to respect it anymore. They might not want to respect it anymore. I might be right, and also I might be wrong. There's high chances that now price will trade into that our possible entry and see price sell off. But considering the fact that we've seen similar move that we want here, and you can see it's almost close to that point uh, of the that we want to sell the market from. That's why I'm now thinking that we should leave it alone. So for me, I'll leave it alone. But we can leave this drawing here for reference purpose. But I'm not taking a short entry on British pound, at least not yet. On Euro USD, I think I'm more aligning to go for that buy here. I think I'm aligning to go for a buy here, but where the price is still far. We need price to trade back down into that zone for the buy. So what I would do is I'll still leave price where it is. I'll leave my alert where it is. So if price trades down, we'll get the alert and we can now enter. Let's look at other price actions that's happening all around the world. So now we are now on Aussie dollar USD, and yeah, I just remembered, if you have any pair you would want us to look at, feel free to drop them on the chat section so we can pretty much have a look at them and come up with some buyers around it. And yeah, okay, so let's look at Aussie dollar. While I believe that each and everyone that is joining us is liking our video and is helping us have a fun time here. So now on Aussie dollar, what do we think is going on here? For me, I think I don't know. Aussie dollar would want to see more price development for it, but generally, I can arguably say this. Arguably, though, it's not casted on concrete. Price is still in a bullish structure. It's obvious. It's obvious. Price is in a bullish structure. I'm trying to make out something here, but I think For me, the only thing I would want to see is I want to see more price action on Aussie dollar before I can make something out of it. But generally, I think price is just looking okay here, but nothing I can really depict from this price at least yet. The only thing I can speculate is price might keep on trading above or range depending on what price wants to do. But until I see a proper alignment to what I'm expecting from price, that's the only time I would want to engage on this. But for now, to be honest, I'm not seeing anything that I would want to trade on here because of where price is currently trading at and all of that. So for me, we'll leave it alone. New Zealand dollars is quite the same thing with Aussie dollar, very similar, no price changes, exactly where price is. If you check it on the Aussie dollar, same thing, it's just the same identical chart. So the same decision we have for Aussie dollar is what we are going for on New Zealand dollar. Oh, we can head over to USD JPY, which is okay. Okay, I can see. Okay, fine. I like the fact we traded down. So I would like to see what will happen on this particular guy here. All right, still on the same thing. More price action to get a full picture of what's going on, but already we can see some interesting moves coming in here. So let's see if we can get a unicorn entry here, or some people call it Judas swing, whichever one you want to call it. Whichever one you want to call it, that's what I'm waiting for here also. So no major decision or in or immediate decision to be made here. The only place I think we have some level of alignment is on Euro USD, and it's nothing other than the fact that it's actually playing close to what DXY is doing, and that's basically why we are getting more attraction towards it. But generally, there are still more price setup that we need price to do here in order for us to enter, and which is what basically we need price to trade back down into that zone. And once we get into that zone, we expect price to immediately buy back up without wasting further time. If they waste further time there, then that means it becomes an issue. But we just need them to trade back down and trade back up immediately. So that's my take on that one. We can touch down on gold. Okay. If we are touching down on gold, I missed out the entry on gold. Maybe we can still capture it again. But yes, I can see that the gold has already done the pullback. If you look at gold price action, it's looking similar to what Euro USD is doing. The only difference is that gold is not trading so far compared to what Euro is doing. So we can bring both charts back and we can look at it closely. All right, so look at Euro, pay close attention to what Euro is doing. Okay, just look at this entire thing you're seeing here. Pay close. Okay, let's draw out the pattern. Okay, I'll draw the last swing that we currently have here. Okay, remember price traded down and traded up. Okay, let's use that. Remember, traded down and traded up. We'll go to gold. Zoom in. What do you see? Price did the same thing. You can take the swing from here. Let's take the swing from here. Price traded down, now traded up. All right. What we are waiting for on Euro USD is a pullback. This is the joy we have it here. Okay. Remember, traded down, traded up. So we are waiting for a pullback into that place. But if you compare it to gold, gold has already done that pullback. Or maybe if we even see more opportunity, we can still take it. But I think if you pay attention, that red candle that got rejected there is the pullback. So look at it. Draw the rectangular line as usual. This rectangular line, I think I need to remove this. Extend to right 10. I don't want it to be doing that anymore. So look at it there. You see that red candle there? See how it traded into it there? Although it didn't pull back up to the price level where we want it to, but if you consider it, still it's still a pullback. So this is what we'll be looking at for gold, most likely. Maybe you can move this slightly above here, move this one slightly below here, and yeah, this is a probable entry for gold. Okay, so I don't know how the gold price level works, blah 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 blah, but one thing I know for sure is looking quite similar to what Euro USD is doing. So for me, I'm also looking for this on gold. What else? I would like you guys to give me pairs that you want me to look at for this morning. So feel free, use the chat section and let me know. So Bakason, are you still holding your buy price? I don't know if Bakason is still joining us. Are you still holding your buy entry on gold? Let's look at Canadian dollar, USD Canadian dollar. What do we have here? Quite similar. Everything is looking very interesting. I'll take my time on this USD Canadian dollar. I'll take my time. I'm not seeing anything exciting around that. Let's look at British Pound JPY. British Pound JPY. Okay. Okay, I think I might want to sell British Pound JPY. Let's see first. There's no need to rush over it. We have a swipe up, we have a swipe down. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Okay. This is what British Pound JPY. Let me see if I can find it and risk something around it. GBP, JPY. I see where price is. That's a very strange price level, but we'll take it. Let me see the number of pips. We have like 2.2 pips on that. So I'm going to drag out 2.2. 2.2 will be around there. Okay. Sell. Stop loss will be right above there. Okay, exactly here is going to give me $1. So I'm going to confirm sell from there. So I'm selling this with my stop loss at the top there. My stop loss is at the top there. That would be like $1. So I think it's something I can risk. I can risk $1 on that. So if it stops me out, I'll be losing $1. My stop loss is around here. Okay. Stop loss is here. So for you guys that like to copy some of the entries I take, I would recommend for a fast movement like this. I will still be I'll still be getting the price out for you guys to pretty much copy and integrate it quick. But another thing I would recommend is if you want to join the live stream, you can try to either get used to opening the order using your XNS mobile app, or you open the desktop version just like the way I'm doing it. You see how easy it is for me. So if I just add the stop loss and I'm looking at the price, because it will showing you the price here on the chart. Okay, so I will see the price. Once I see the price, if I'm okay with the price based on where the stop loss is and based on where the entry is, I just take it. Just the way I just came now and I looked at it, I saw that okay, I'm going to based on the volume size and all, that I can risk $1 on this trade based on where the stop loss is and everything. So you see, I just took the trade without doing the position size calculations and all whatnot. Okay, so yeah, that's that about that basically. But let's see if this is going to play out fine. And what do I suspect? For me, I would say um, here will give us 2 to 1. So I'll add an alert here. I'll add an alert around there. If price starts to break down level there, we'll start to look for to take TPs. Okay. Although ideally we can even extend it further down. But let's see. Let's see. So we need to see the rejection continue going down, because if price continue trading up, uh, this means that means price will trade further up basically. But that's not my cup of tea anymore. The only thing I can do now is hold on that position and see how price goes. But it's just $1, like I said. So nothing much here. So me coming back to this chart will be if price swipes this low I have here, which I added an alert there. So if price gets to that level, I'll be notified. So I'll leave that one for now. So let's check other pairs. Let's check other pairs and see what we can take. So now we can see some pullback coming in on Euro UXD, which is okay. I think maybe similar thing might be happening on gold too, which is fine. All right, I like that. let's look at US oil. Let's look at US oil and see what we have here. What do we have here? What do we have here? We have a lot of wiggle going on here. A lot of wiggle is going on right around here. A lot of wiggle. But price action here is not pricing at all. I'm not trading US oil, please. Thank you very much. Don't mention. Thank you very much. Don't mention. Okay, I think I've pretty much gone through some of the items I have on my watch list. Um, I'm trying to see if we're missing out something. But the only thing I've not looked at here is all the crypto items I have in my watch list. I have S&P 500 and others, but not so greatly interested in them for now. So let's just end it with BTC. Let's have a look on what BTC is doing. With that, we can pretty much. Am I taking gold? Why? Before not yet, but I might be interested at the end of the day. It depends on the price development on that. So, but for now, I'm not trading gold currently. I'm not trading gold currently. The only trade I took here is on British pound, Japanese yen, which is this trade you guys see here. That's the only trade I took, which is this trade here. Okay, so the reason being that we saw this. This was the news. I believe this was the news on Friday. You see that sell off there. Okay, price did a couple of things in the night, but basically coming into this morning we can see price is at that midpoint of that news, and while price is also there, I'm seeing some interesting wiggle that price is doing here. So with that effect, entering for a sell with the bias and the speculation that price will still wiggle its way right back down before they do any other thing, because you can see pretty much price is currently trying to range in between these places here, and that's why I think that price, since price have already started that ranging thing and it's just coming off from the top, there's high chances that it will also reach the bottom. And apart from that, I'm seeing some internal structure looking like the unicorn of some guys, they call it the Judas swing, that I like looking out for. All right, so that's why I'm entering this. But generally, um, it's not the best setup. It's not the best setup. I don't like using the internal structure for my setup, but it is what it is. I have to entertain you guys, and also I have to take some risk. So that's why I'm risking just $1 on it. So it's not a risk for me to risk $1. All right. So if I open it, you can see there. This is if I lose this trade, I'll be losing $1, 0.5 cents. It's not even up to 1 cent. So I can just call it $1, right? So I think it's a fair deal for me. I know it's small, but like I said, the only way the only way to know if it will work is when you test it. And for you to test it, you need to test it with a price that you can overlook. So for me, if I lose $1, I won't feel it. But if I start to lose tens or maybe thousands, then that's when I'll feel bad. So if I'm losing only $1, I'm I'm not gonna feel bad at all, at all, at all. Okay. So yeah, remember we are still keeping tabs on Euro USD. We are still keeping tabs on it. And the keeping tabs we are making reference to is not other than the fact that or the internal structure we want to trade, and we are still hoping that we get that internal structure. All right, but the general outlook for me, if you want to do anything, I would recommend you wait for price to develop further and give us a clear uh, direction of what it wants to do. All right, yeah, so that's it for me. I think going through everything here, I'm just going up and down to be sure that we've covered every item I have on my watch list. And from the look of things, I think we've pretty much covered them. And the only guy that aligns itself to what we would want to take is first of all on Euro USD. We want to take a buy, but the only issue, like you can see, is price is yet to pull down into the area where we want. We also had a look at British Pound USD, which we anticipated for a sell from that top, but later we changed our mind, considering the fact that we think price has already taken that move that we want. So if we are expecting price to give it again for the second time, that will be us asking for a lot. Although there are chances that price will still give it for the second time, but we like to be the first people, all right? The first timers are always the most favored. The second timers are taking a more risk compared to the first timers. So I wouldn't want to be going for a market that price have already tested and taken. So that's why I changed my decision on that British pound USD. Along the line, we also had a look on gold. Although we said we came a bit late on gold, considering the fact that the pullback we think gold needs to give us, gold have already done that. But we are leaving this drawing here for reference purpose, at least till further notice. We'll leave this drawing here. If it requires us to delete it, maybe in other price setup, and we want to draw it out, then we can always delete it, but it's not blocking us from doing anything now. We also had a look at Canadian dollar USD. Okay, for Canadian dollar USD, I would want to wait it out, considering the fact that they've already come down to this low. So I would like to wait it out and see what price is going to do. And considering where price is, I wouldn't want to be making any decision on selling the price further down. So that's why I'm leaving this one out for now. We said we would take our time on New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar USD, and that has not changed. We'll take our time to see what price wants to do there. And the last thing we looked at, okay, it's not the last thing, but the only thing that we looked at that we ended up taking a small trade on, just to entertain you guys and also to see how price is going to play out is on this one, and I gave my reasons why. We had the news on Friday, which is this big red candle you see here. Price managed to trade up into that zone. Now price is in that zone. We can see some level of up down up down up down, which is basically ranging in that range. Okay, because price has failed to go above and price has failed to go below here. All right, now we have captured price in there, I'm taking into consideration that we had that big push on Friday. Market is in the middle of that big push on Friday. Market is giving us something that looks like a Judas swing on that Friday middle, and price is currently trading below the 21 EMA. That I think it's only good for us to try to short the market down into that low that it's currently trading in. Okay, it is currently ranging in, I mean to say. And to give you a clear picture, I'm making reference to this top and I'm making reference to this bottom here. Okay, see that top and bottom, that's the two guys I'm making reference to. Okay, so at the meantime, that's what we are that's where we are currently on price. And remember, like I told you guys, I use a very low size to open this trade, and my reason is because of the fact that I want to take my time, and it's not my main entry. So if it's my main entry, then I can risk bigger, but it's not my main entry. But you can see, I think the sell is still coming in. So yeah, but we'll see how this develops. If any other person that is joining live, you have any currency pair you want us to look at, drop it so we can look at it. All right. Are we taking gold? What is the TP for the J? Okay. Are you in it? So the why before the TP for that will be let me get it for you. Well, I don't have a TP per se, but you see this price level here. I don't have a TP yet for it. So, but you can you can start taking TP from here. So you see that price level there? That place I said you can start taking TP from there. So the point is if we wait for price to trade down into that area, what we can do is you can start taking partial profits, or you can just move your stop loss to break even and allow the market to trade and see how far the market can trade down. Okay. Man, Mondays can be very slow. Okay. AED is giving some interesting sell off from that top. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. Price is getting more interesting on Aussie dollar. Somehow, Aussie dollar seems to be a more cleaner price for the past few days now. Let's see what gold is doing. Okay, gold is coming back down. Should we take gold? What do you guys think? Should we take gold? If gold should pull back in our zone, should we take it? Let me look at gold and see what we have on it. Okay, we have about 0.16 USD as the price difference. I see, I see, I see. So if I'm going to take gold, I'm going to risk it small too. Well, I hope I can, but I'm gonna try and risk it small. Okay. So first of all, I'll get the price level. So how I'm going to do this gold is I'll take that last swing as my stop loss. Okay. So if you want to take gold, I would recommend copying price because gold price might slightly be different by some fractions. So what I will do is pay attention to this move I'm doing here. Okay, just pay attention to this move. All right, the stop loss will be this low. So if I go to buy, okay, I go for pending buy, I click on stop loss. Remember, the stop loss will be the last low, which should be around there. That's the last swing low there. Then your entry will just come here and we'll see what price overlays to that entry. Our entry will be the low of that last swing that they have there. So if we come here, we'll go to pending. We'll move that our pending price down to that last low, which is around there. It's around there. So this will take us about $3 if we want to take this gold trade, which I'm going to take it. All right. So I'm placing a pending buy on gold on that price level. So if price comes down into that point, our order will trigger. If you want to know, see the price level, I'll drop it on the chart for you guys. Okay, so on the chart you see I'll write it for gold. Entry is right there in the chart for the gold entry. Then for for the stop loss, for the stop loss for the gold stop loss, uh, welcome back, Bakasan. For the gold stop loss, that's it there. Let's see how that one will play out. So if price comes down there, our order on gold will be triggered. So now we have two trades currently running. We have one on British pound JPY, and we have another one about to be triggered on gold. Okay, Euro USD is still trading above, not yet down to where we want it to be, which is okay. USD Japanese yen doing some retracement. Okay. Oh man, gold didn't tap into our order, right? It did not. It just came down and is going back up again. So let's assume we have an entry on gold, all right? So we can get a probable TP. So we'll be looking for that last high gold drop though. So if we use that high to be our TP, That might be an interesting one to see. That would be an interesting one to see. Our British pound JPY is trading back up. Wow, that one is his own cup of tea. That's its own cup of tea. Here's the Canadian dolls. Yeah, it's a buy. The gold move is a buy for me. UX oil must have something to say. Let me see the previous price and see how it performs. Okay. Uh-huh. I think the work. See price came up. Okay. This is exactly what it is. Uh-huh. Coming back down. Almost took out the low. We had a very nice interesting entry here. Yeah. Very interesting entry here. So that buy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Total dissatisfaction here. Broke out. Price check on. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So sort of coming into this point here. Yeah, another one here. Okay. Have another one here. Okay. Now this. Okay. This one. It's quite interesting. Okay, we have it here. We'll consider that to be pulled down. And we'll continue buying. It's okay. Alright. Here. Okay. Okay. So British pound JPY pretty much came out. It's heading towards it has already swiped this level, okay? Which is the candle body close for that low. So the question now is, do you think market have saturated the move there? It depends on how they close this candle, okay? It depends on how they close this candle. All right. If they close below this guy, then there's high chances they might come for a swipe. But I think they've pretty much came down to the body close there. But there is nothing to be so excited about because um, that's like 50% of what we risk. We are not even getting one to one. So what I'm going to do now is might move my stop loss to break even. But it's just $1, so I might just leave it. It's just $1. But at the same time, in as much as it's $1, I still want to trade it like I'm risking big money. So I need to manage the trade properly. I don't need to do because of the fact that I opened it with a small amount that I will not be careless. All right, that will not help me psychologically. So for me, the whole essence of this is I'm also testing out um, my what do you call it, my discipline around managing the trade properly. So I'm going to make the good decision or the good call here, which is to leave it at least for now. What I want them to do is to come down to this actually here. This is where I'll be aiming for the TP there, that low there. I don't know if price will reach there, but that low there is where I'm aiming for at least the TP. Which if market crosses that price that I have there, then we can anticipate for taking our profits. At least at that price level, we should be seeing 1 to 1. 1 to 1 is like whatever we risk, we should be seeing it there. That's if price goes well. Okay, so with that said, more price action to come up there. I still have like barely 30 minutes to go on this. Just want to give you guys a heads up. If you're just joining us live, I believe obviously you can see your chat and you know for real the deal. And the deal here is we do financial market and we do this every weekday from Monday to Friday. So if you don't want to miss out in sections like this, subscribe, turn on the notification. If you're joining live stream currently and you're joining us live stream and you're enjoying the content you see here, you can just pretty much like the video. So what news are you talking about, Bakasan? So the market is currently trading down into that zone. Okay, we are still anticipating this buy on Euro USD. We've not given up on it, so just so you guys know, we've not given up on it. We've not given up on it. Okay. Oh, the gold. See the gold buy we wanted to get. Quite unfortunate for us. Um, Price did not pull into the zone we wanted it to, and the buy is already coming in. So that's that on gold. British pound JPY, on the other hand, is holding on to its dear life, but they should just come and swipe that low. That's all we want them to do, and we'll consider their mission to be completed once they swipe that low. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm just going around the market to see if I'm missing out something. So that's it. It's quite unfortunate. This gold move, I think, was one of the best that I would have wanted to trade on. But you can see currently that price is no longer with us, as price has left us behind. So on that for gold, um, okay, we'll leave our position open so far price price doesn't take out this level. If price doesn't take out that level, we are good. We can still expect that pullback to still come in. We can still anticipate for our buy, but if price should take that level at the top that I pointed out there, then we'll close our pending order on that one. British pound JPY trying to reverse from that point, which I don't know why, because they've not completed the swipe now, unless the reason why they would want to reject from that level is this. See where we have the candle close. So the candle body, if you pay attention, not the candle wick, if you pay attention to the candle body, you see exactly that's where price is rejecting from. You see, that's exactly where price is rejecting from there. Okay, so that's that about that. So it's not like they are, and the way I'm seeing this rejection, I think they are reversing it right now. So what do we do? I know we've risked $1 on this, but at the same time, while we are risking $1, I wouldn't want to be careless. Not because okay we are risking $1, then I will not be careless. No. The essence of not being careless is the whole essence of this is to train your brain and train yourself to be disciplined. So it's not because you are risking small money now means that where you're meant to make a good decision that is best suited for what you are trying to achieve, that you will not be careless because maybe you risk $1. An example, because we risk $1 on that, I will not be like, what's the need? Is it not just to lose $1? No, we don't want to do that. The essence of this live stream is for us to make ourselves a better traders, both in decision making, both in coming up with a good strategy, both in um, improving our ourselves personally, because I'm a strong believer that what makes you a good trader is beyond knowing the technical analysis, is beyond knowing your higher highs and higher lows, is beyond knowing your engulfing candle, is beyond knowing bullish candle, is beyond knowing all the technical analysis. What makes you a good trader trickles down to being a disciplined person, someone that is um, focused, well planned. Um, what's the word? I'm trying. There's this particular word I'm trying to find, but the point I'm just trying to make is there are other things that comes together that makes someone a good trader. It's not necessarily knowing your higher highs and higher lows. All right, you should know how to manage your money, your finance, budgeting, everything. All right, even to how you sleep, the foods you eat, your exercise, all those things affect your performance when it comes to trading. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it will not be because we are risking $1 on this trade that we will not be careless. No. So for me, I think this market has covered a major step, although the price range that I would have wanted price to reach is at least 1 to 2, which will be around here. Or 1 to 2 is around here. Yeah, I think this price have already done what the job it needs to do. So I'm going to break even on that one. Just looking at it, I think it has already done the thing it needs to do. So holding that price is like holding a time bomb. So I'm breaking even. So I move my stop loss to my entry. So if price goes up down, it will stop me out on the entry, which is fine. So I will give you guys my reasons. I think I've already showed you. I've already given you guys my reasons. So by moving the drawing now, you can see that our 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio is there, and you can see price came close to it. Although we can arguably say that price did not swipe it, but you can at least see that price came close to it. We have an alert on Euro USD. Let's go to Euro USD. Okay, now that sell-off is coming on Euro USD, so that means we have an opportunity to take a trade here on Euro USD. So I'm going to place my pending order on it. Okay, I think the pullback is in. Let's see if it's going to tap into it and go up. So I'm going to use the exact drawing I have here. I'll copy the stop loss. Copy the stop loss. From this. But there's another thing I noticed. Do you remember this? No bottom wick. So I'm going to move my stop loss slightly lower. Okay. So if I move it slightly lower, I will need us to make an adjustment to our position size calculation. So I'll get you the new update for the stop loss pips. But let me get the slippage gap and all of that out first. This price is yet to enter that. So the updated stop loss pips now is 8.3. 8.3. Okay, so the new stop loss now will be this one. Okay, let me just copy out the price. go for a buy, pending buy, put my pending price, I put my stop loss. All right, now it's showing me $2. Remember, we want to risk one, so we just reduce this. Now it's, if I'm using 0.01, I'm risking below $1. It's actually 0.84 cents. I'll just risk it. It's okay, it's fine. Just for entertainment, just testing out the waters. All right, it's not the main entry. Okay, so this is what we're looking for on Euro USD. We'll just test the water out there. So if price gets into that point, let's see how price will react from that zone on Euro USD. We'll still have, I don't know if my position on this British pound JPY, is it still on? It's still on, but our stop loss here is already in the break even. So yeah, so if price goes against me on that one, I won't be losing anything. We have this on Euro USD. Maybe I can increase my risk here. Maybe I can. Let's see what gold is doing, because I know I also have. Okay, gold is still coming back down. That's okay. We want them to swipe in there before they buy. That's what we're anticipating on gold. But price is yet to get to that point. Euro USD, on the other hand, is still playing around our entry point, but nothing major yet is going on that one. Let me try this fixed volume range. I want to check something. Fixed volume range. Oh, the fixed volume range already is pointing out that that's where we would want to. Okay, okay. Our price stopped me out. Yes, price stopped me out already on our British pound JPY. We didn't lose anything on that one. Stopped me out on break even. The pullback we expected on Euro USD is in place, but our order is yet to be triggered. We have the same thing on gold also. Our order is yet to be triggered. We have Euro news coming up around 9 o'clock. So what we can do now, let's look at the economic calendar for this week. Maybe we can kickstart with that, and yeah, this week. So this is what this week is looking like. We have orange folder news for Monday. We have another news around 3 o'clock also. There is no news on Wednesday, so Wednesday is going to be a slow day. It's going to be a slow day because there is no news to introduce volume in price. We have a couple of red folder news on Thursday and also on Friday. So with this, I can even have an overview of what this week is going to look like. Would have a normal Monday, maybe a normal Tuesday, a boring Wednesday, an interesting Thursday, and most likely an interesting Friday. Okay, so with this, we can see some of the interesting news and time. So that means if we are prioritizing on trading only news, um, that means on Tuesday it's only ideal that we trade the afternoon section because that's the only time we'll be expecting news or at least high impactful news. Then on Wednesday is a no trading day. I'm not saying we will not trade, but I'm just saying if we are only prioritizing trading news, it means Wednesday no trade for us. Then on Thursday we have all of the news in the afternoon, so no morning session on Thursday, it will be only afternoon. Then on Friday we have a couple of news in the morning, a couple of news in the afternoon. Well, it's okay. At least we have an idea now what the week looks like. Let's get back to the chart before at least 9 o'clock. I have a meeting to attend to around that time, so maybe towards that time I might step out. Okay, which are you talking of gold, Bakasan? The $60 profit you're making reference to, is it on gold? What pair are you trading on for that gave you that profit? Gold is about to not gold, Euro USD is about to get into our buy entry. Let's see if we are going to get the buy. Let's see. Let's see. Look at this bunch of muchokos. Bunch of muchokos. They should pick this entry, please, before this news. Because what if this news is another news that will take the market further up? I'll feel bad if they don't pick my small money entry. USD JPY. USD JPY. Let me go see what DXY is doing. Okay. Oh my goodness me. Euro is yet to pick our order. Let me go to where I have the drawing. I think okay, almost close to it. We have like less than 8 minutes. Okay, it's about tapping into it now. I don't know if it's already triggered here, but I doubt. I doubt if it's already triggered here. It's not yet triggered. Already here we can see we're already touching the entry point. I think it should be triggered by now. It's not yet triggered. It's not yet triggered for some reason. I don't know. All this slippage, I think it's the slippage that is causing that now, because you saw price trade into that entry, but we didn't get triggered. Price is trading into it again, and yet we are yet to be triggered here. So is it not better we use a market order? Yes, I think I want to use a market order. So I'm going to delete this. I'll go for a buy. I'll put this stop loss, and I'll just buy. So I went for market order, although I went for market order, but I placed my stop loss still that same place. And from the risk I saw here, I'm risking less than $1. I'm actually risking only 75 cents. I'm risking 75 cents on this. Assuming I left the pending order, the order will still be triggered, but it's still the same thing now, right? It's still the same thing. So um hopefully they don't stop us out. Hopefully. Price should not. Nah, they don't. I think they will stop us out. They will stop us out. Don't worry. They've already crossed that threshold. They shouldn't be crossing this line there. It will stop us out because I will explain now. See the candle body there. That candle body, they shouldn't have taken it out. All right. So yeah, they stop us out on that one. Oh, like I said, mind you, all these entries are not our main entries, so that's why you'll be hearing me. I'm risking $1. I'm risking cents. So just testing out some things in the market. Okay, so now I think we have a swipe on the low. Not necessarily. Do we have a swipe on the low? No, we did not. So this market is still ranging. This market is still ranging, in my opinion. Australian dollar USD. Okay. I would like to see what Australian dollar does here. I would like to see what it does with that price level there. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like what I see on British pound, and I like what I see on Aussie dollar. But I don't like what I see on Euro USD. Euro USD was quite deceiving. I think it worked hand in hand with this our guy here, with DXY to do that, and that's for me. I think I would wait further to see what price does. I'm not going to rush this because now where this market is, I wouldn't want to be chasing a falling knife. What do I mean by a falling knife? A falling knife is basically taking a trade that is risky in the sense that you might enter a position and market is just getting started and you'll be the first lamb to be slaughtered basically. So for me to enter, I would exercise more patience and see a more price setup I would use because at this point I think there is a lot of clarity that I need price to do. But I like the setup